What up, everyone? This is Brenton.
And Jenna.
This podcast is all about connecting with our Autumn family in a fun and different kind of way.
So turn down that CB, buckle up, and enjoy the show. It's going to be truckin' awesome.
All right, everybody. My name is Brenton. Welcome to the Autumn Transport Podcast. I am joined today by hopper driver Dennis Brewington. How you doing, Dennis?
I'm doing good, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for taking some time out of your night to join me.
No problem. I'm ready to talk about autumn.
Okay, awesome. Well, why don't we start out with who you are and where are you at tonight?
I'm sitting in my front yard. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I'm sitting literally in my front yard.
All right.
Yes, sir. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and me and my wife is getting away because we're celebrating my birthday. I turn 61 next Thursday, and we're going on a little trip, me and my wife.
61, that's great, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
Where are you and your wife going? Hey, Tom.
We got some friends over in Canada. We're gonna go see them.
Okay.
And then we're gonna hang out with my kids and the grandkids. Celebrate my birthday. Yes, sir. I got 4 grandbabies.
Okay. Where is home for you?
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Fayetteville, North Carolina, and you're going all the way up to Canada.
Yes, sir. My wife's never been. I worked in Canada. She's never been. She wants to go see Niagara Falls.
Okay, very cool. I got a chance to see Niagara Falls. Oh, jeepers. Probably 30 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I grew up playing hockey. And
yes, sir.
Like a lot of Minnesota boys do. And was on a team that we went to Ottawa and played in a tournament. And then on the way home from Ottawa, we stopped and saw Niagara Falls. It's a pretty impressive place.
So I've never been. I've been by there driving trucks into Canada, but I never seen it. And my wife is wanting to see it. So I figured we go up there, sit, and then we come back and we're going to celebrate with the kids and my grandbabies.
That's going to be great, man. So you
yes,
work
sir.
in our hopper division, right?
Yes, sir. I sure do. I love it. I love it.
How long have you been doing that?
Since November the 7th, I started with y'all.
So you're over 6 months, coming up on a year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And how did you find Autumn?
I found Bob Wenham. I believe that's how you pronounce his name, Bob Wenham. He's the one that told me about Autumn. To be honest with you, I wish I found y'all 20 years ago. I would have been working with y'all then because, I've been in the hopper business since 2004. But what I haul was what they call carbon black hopper division. So I've been doing that since 2004, and I'm still doing it till this day.
Okay. Yeah, you're a hopper guy then.
Yes, sir. I am a hopper guy. Yes, sir.
What made you want to switch from where you were before to join up with Autumn?
What we was doing before, the company that we was with, they shut the hopper division down because what we haul is what they call carbon black. That's a specialized carbon black trailer. It's like a hopper trailer, but what they do with carbon black, they make tires and hard black plastic out of it. That's what they do with it.
All right.
And I done that. And there's a guy who's working with y'all. He's over there in pneumatic division part named Steve Matthews Jr.
Yeah.
Me and him go back since 2004. We worked together at our trucking company named Taylor Express here in Hope Mills.
Okay. So who came over first? You or him?
Bob was here first, and then he told me about it. Then I came in November, and I believe Steve started in February. I'm not for sure. I believe that's when he started, February, March.
Okay. That's a pretty common story where a guy will come over to Autumn and really like it here. And, I know how you truckers talk with one another all the time. And so
yes, sir.
You start letting your buddies know if you're doing well and what's working, what's not working, and where to go. And you're like wolves. You move in packs.
Yeah, I love, me and Steve, would still been there if this company hadn't shut down. That's what happened. They sold the division to another company, which was Volume Transportation out of Georgia. And when they sold it here in Hope Mills, me and Steve went over there to Volume and started hauling carbon black. Well, they let all the owner and operators go, and here we are over here to Autumn. And I wish, and Bob told me, you need to come over here. You need to come over here to Autumn. I said, well, let me check it out and everything and see how it works. And I pull it up, look. I said, all right, try to get me in. I talked to Miss Jenna. So I wish I came here a long time ago. I'm going to be honest with you. Y'all the best company. I love this company. I ain't going to lie to you.
What are some of the characteristics of Autumn that you love? What is it that's been such a welcoming place for you? What do you tell people when you're talking about Autumn?
When I talk about Autumn, I say how family oriented y'all are. And I mean, it's just, it's hard to explain, Brent, but I love working with Autumn. I tell people, look, just like when I was on YouTube, I told that guy, I said, Autumn is the best place to work. They don't mind when you take off. They family oriented. They want you to spend time with your family. I just love working here at Autumn. I mean, I like working with Jake, Vinny, and Tom.
All three of your dispatchers.
Yes, sir. All three of them is dispatcher. I mainly deal with Jake and Vinny a lot. They're real good. They real helpful.
Yeah, there are two primary hopper dispatchers, and then Tom I know helps out, and he also is involved some with the end dumps. And Autumn, a lot of people don't know Autumn has the logistics division, which is run by Katie, and she's amazing. Wow. But Tom helps her out too. So when we're we're able to utilize Katie to find additional freight, and we're also able to utilize her to connect with other trucking companies that might be looking for freight. And so if we can't handle it, we can still broker it out and keep our hands on it a little bit. So it works out really well.
I mean, it's just, y'all are so friendly. Y'all don't force us to do something that we don't want to do. I mean, I just love working here. It's laid back. And they tell you what you want to do. And I just love working here. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why when I see a driver, they say, hey, how's Autumn? I'm going to be honest with you. I tell them, I say, look, this is the best company I ever worked for. I said, I'm 60 years old. I wish I started 20 years ago. Yeah. I wish I came over here.
Well, that's nice of you to say, Dennis. And I've only heard good things about you. I sit right across in the office from Jake. So if he was screaming out, what the heck is Dennis doing? I would hear it, but I haven't heard it. So it sounds like, from what I can tell, you're doing a heck of a job.
I appreciate it. I just keep to myself. They tell me what to do and I do my job. That's the kind of person I am. I don't gripe about it. It's just part of my job. I mean, I've been driving trucks since 1994. I've been driving over the road.
How long do they typically keep you out when you're away from home?
Well, this last time I told them I left home June the 17th, and I got home this past Saturday on June the 12th. I'm sorry, July the 12th. I got home on July the 13th. 13th. I left out on June. I stay out about a month.
Okay. Jenna says hi, Dennis.
Who did?
Jenna did.
Tell Jenna I said hi.
Well, I won't tell her all the stuff that you said before she hopped on to watch this.
Yeah, I wish she would, because she's a sweet, sweet person. She really is.
Well, between her and Mark, I think we have a really good recruiting duo that
y'all
do. Drivers and trying to find those candidates like yourself who will fit in with the Autumn culture.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned it a couple times about Autumn being a friendly, welcoming place, like a big family. And every time I do one of these interviews, I hear the same thing from drivers, that Autumn is like a family.
Y'all are. Y'all just like a family. Y'all ain't like a regular trucking company where they know us by our truck number. Y'all know us by our name. Hey, Dennis, can you do this? Can you do that? It's not, hey, 1838, can you go do this and do that? They said, could they call me? Said, Dennis, can you do this for us? Yes, no problem. Yeah. I love it. Because where me and Steve used to work at before, they didn't really, I don't know how to say it. I don't want to put them on the bus because they ain't no longer in business, but we wasn't family orientation like y'all are. You know what I'm trying to say, Brent?
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. We was just a number to them. We wasn't a part of the family.
Yeah. A steering wheel holder, so to speak.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. We talk a lot in the office about making sure that doesn't happen to our owner operator partners at Autumn. We really want to make sure that you guys that you're heard when you call in, that we get to
Yes,
know
sir.
you, that we get to know a little bit about your family and what you're interested in, and that we work together to move the freight. That seems to be the best model for success for everyone.
Yes, sir. When I started work here, I told Jenna that I'm more of a family person because every February I spend time with my grandkids and my kids because, I got 4 grandbabies and I just love them to death, especially my little 12-year-old. She was born on Christmas Day. I'm going to tell you a story about that. Yeah, she was born on Christmas Day, and I waited for my daughter-in-law to go into labor. Yep. Well, I got called out Christmas morning, and as soon as I got called out, I left. I was an hour about down the road. She had the baby.
That sounds a little bit like me. I was born January 1st.
Really?
I was born in 1980. And so the doctors, they weren't quite as good at predicting or understanding your due date.
Yes, sir.
So they had told my parents that I was due on December 2nd. So my dad was an over-the-road truck driver. So like you were at home waiting for your grandbaby. He was not working. He was at home. I'm their firstborn son, firstborn child. Wow. So he didn't want to miss that. My mom didn't want him to miss that. But after being at home and out of work for almost 4 weeks, he finally said, listen, if we don't have this baby, after January 1st, I got to go back to work.
Oh, wow.
You got to pay the bills, right?
Yes, sir. You got to pay the bills.
I must have heard that or what? I don't know. But whatever it was, the night before he was going to take off, I was born.
Oh, wow. I know. That's the way it was for me.
Good things are worth waiting for is what I like to remind them.
Yeah. I just feel sorry for my granddaughter because, her birthday is on Christmas Day. And sometimes her brother gets jealous over her because she gets more than he does. You know what I'm trying to say? And we try to explain to him, which he's 19 years old now.
Yeah.
But we gave her more than what we gave him. But at the time he was little, he didn't understand.
Yeah. So, I always felt like I got the short end of the stick because I'd get less. And then they'd say, that's your birthday and your Christmas present. I get one thing to cover birthday and Christmas. I was like,
yes, sir.
Fair. My brothers get their presents at Christmas and then in July. I get it all at once. But now it don't matter.
Oh, okay. It don't.
Yeah, Dennis, what you got the name there, the Indian Outlaw. What's that all about? Talk to me about that.
How I came up with that because I'm Native American. I'm a Lumbee Indian, and ever since I started driving trucks, matter of fact, my wife said, look, we got a good name for you. When we call you Indian Outlaw, that'd be your CB handle. And like Steve and everybody knows, they usually call me the Indian Outlaw. That's my CB handle. That's how I came up with it back in 1994. I'm Native American. I'm a Lumbee Indian. And if you ever see my belt, it's got Indian Outlaw on my belt, and my truck's got the Indian Outlaw on it. And I need to send a picture in of my truck because y'all ain't have a picture of my truck yet. And that's how I came up with that Indian Outlaw. Are you there? I can't hear you, Brent. Something happened. I can't. Are you there? What happened? What in the world? Brent, can you hear me? I can't. What in the world?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now, but I don't know what in the world happened.
All right, I apologize. I lost my mic there for a second. So
okay.
Unfortunately, I missed the story of how you came up with the Indian Outlaw. I couldn't see or hear anything for a minute.
No, I'll tell you again, I'm a Native American. I was born in Lumberton, North Carolina, which is it's a Lumbee tribe. I'm part of a Lumbee tribe. We are the fourth largest nation of the Lumbee tribe east of the Mississippi. We are ninth, the biggest Indian tribe in the world, the ninth one. And in the state of North Carolina, we are the biggest tribe of all time in North Carolina.
You
We got
said that's
Cherokees.
the Lumbee.
Lumbee is Lumbee.
Okay.
It's based out of Lumberton, North Carolina. Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
So
Go ahead.
is there a lot of Native American drivers? It seems like I haven't come across too many.
There's not, Brent. There's not. I know one. He's out of Lumberton. He's doing it. His granddad is doing it, and his nephew's doing it. That's the only three of Native American drivers I know of. I don't see none out here. I've been looking for them, but I don't see them. Yeah. I really don't.
Well, how did you get into truck driving?
I've been in driving commercial vehicles ever since I was 16 years old. I drove a school bus. I got paid to go to school. Yeah. So, yes, sir. I got paid to go to school. I started driving a school bus when I was 16 years old. And when I was smaller, I was fascinated with trucks. My mom and dad used to buy me little trucks, tractors, and trailers because I was fascinated with them. Yeah. And I always take my mom's pots, the pots with the lids on. I'd take her pots. I was driving through the house and stuff like I was driving a big rig. And where my dad worked at was a lot of tractors and trailers. And I used to go up there and help the guy that washed the trucks and trailers. I used to go up there and help him wash it so I can make money for the summertime. Okay. And I used to drive the trucks around and pick up the trailers. And I was doing that when I was 14 years old.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Sir. You got into it when you were young and you've just stuck with it.
I stuck with it. Yes, sir. I sure did. I stuck with it.
Oh, that's
I love it.
Dennis, I apologize. I'm a mess tonight. My computer's about to die. Let me plug it in.
That's fine. Yes, sir. That's fine.
Oh. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Man, it's a work in progress. Figure all this out. Trying to figure out. So I apologize.
Don't worry about it, but I understand. Man. I understand.
So you kind of grew up around trucks and it just became something that you always wanted to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I always wanted to do. I was fascinated with trucks. Even when we go on vacation, I always, you see kids going by doing this right here, the truck drivers, and I was doing that. And I told my parents one day I'm going to be doing that. And here I am, almost 30 years later.
Yeah. Are you doing the lease purchase program at Autumn?
No, sir. I got my own truck. I brought my own truck over.
Okay. How's that been working out for you?
It's working out good. It's working out good. I call Mr. what's his name? Josh Rollins. If I want, yes, sir, Rollins. When I want to get some tires or something for my truck, I call him. He said, look, use us. You get a better discount. And sure enough, I love it. I love it. Y'all treat y'all drivers good here. Y'all really, really do. I love working here.
That's good to hear. And you mentioned it before, but you've already been on YouTube before.
Yes, sir. I've been on YouTube before. Yes, sir.
Tell me about that. What happened there?
I was up in South Carolina, took a 30-minute break, and I stopped and got something to eat. And I seen this guy walked up to me. I thought he was going to ask me for money. He said, look, I want to do, I'm interested. I know about flatbeds. I know about vans. I know about reefers. I want to learn about hoppers. He said, can you do an interview for me with hoppers? I said, sure. He said, but I'll let you eat first and then we get together. And that's how it started. He came up to me first and I just explained to him how it works and what kind of company and what do I haul and everything I do. And that's how I got on YouTube. And next thing I know, people's burning my phone. Hey, man, we seen you on YouTube. We seen you on YouTube.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. Of course, I talked about
link. I'll get the link to that, and I'll put it in the comments so people can go and check that interview out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You sure can. Yeah, I mean, I was honest. I'm an honest person. I told him, I said, look, Autumn's a good company to work for, but he wanted to get in the business. He didn't have his own truck. I told him the best way to start out getting experience in hoppers is go to work driving a day cab, then go buy your own truck and come work with us. And that's what I told him.
Yeah, because you do need a couple years experience.
Yes, sir. I told him that. Here. Yes, sir. I love it.
This gentleman here saying hi to us, Steve, he's going to be coming on board next week in the liquid tank division.
Oh, really?
So,
well, he's going to love it.
Looking forward to meeting you next week, Steve, and bringing you on board.
Hey, he's going to love it here. I'm telling you, bud, he's going to love it because I love it. I mean, the people might say, well, you just said that because you're talking, but no, I tell everybody I love it. If you watch that YouTube, I even told that guy, I said, I love working with Autumn Transport. I love it.
Yeah, that's, it's hard enough trucking. I had a conversation with Ben Wilson last night, and we were talking about the challenge of being alone in your truck all day and how that can wear on you mentally. And
yes, sir.
And he likes it here. And you think about working at a place where you're not happy, where you feel like you're not being treated well.
Yes, sir.
That just makes the problems and the difficulties that much greater. So working at a company where you're happy and you feel valued and part of the family, even though you're out on the road, that makes a big difference.
Oh, it does. I don't have nothing to say, nothing bad about Autumn. From Jenna, Mark, from the dispatchers, from Miss Julie. I didn't get to meet her when I started here. I believe she was gone, but she did call me on the phone and welcome me aboard.
Our CEO, Julie, you're referencing there.
Yes.
You gave me a call. That's pretty cool. I didn't know she did that.
Yes, sir. She called me on the phone. Welcome me aboard.
That's really cool. Yeah, she's
yes, sir.
Quite a leader for us and has worked every part of the job you can at the company, and now she runs our company. It's really cool to hear that she's reaching out and welcoming you on board. I
love it. Matter of fact, I talked to you before I started working over here in the hopper division, but I didn't have experience in tanks. I don't know if you remember me talking to you or not.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I did for sure. But,
yes, sir.
Putting together your name and Lumberton, North Carolina, because that is an area where we run in our liquid tank division.
Right.
And so exactly. It would have been kind of a natural place where Mark and Jenna would have been looking to fill a spot. So I'll bet we did talk.
I believe we did talk. We did. But
I won't take it personally then that you went to Hoppers, because it sounds like it was an experience thing, not a choice that you just didn't want to work with me.
Oh, no. I'm just a hopper guy. I'm sorry. I'm just a hopper guy.
That's great. I mean, I want all of our divisions to succeed, whether it's hoppers, end dumps, liquid tanks, pneumatics.
Right.
Even though we have 4 divisions and each operates pretty separately from one another, we're all coming under the Autumn umbrella. And, guys like you're driving around with the same Autumn name on your trailer that a liquid tank guy is. And so each one of you is, your behavior out on the road, driving safe, being courteous, leaving a good impression. That has effects on all divisions in the company, not just in the hoppers or not just in the liquid tanks.
Right.
And there's a lot of places we go to that both hoppers and liquid tanks might go, or both pneumatics and liquid tanks go.
Right.
And so, everybody has a role to play in the reputation that Autumn has as a carrier out there.
Yes, sir.
So we're all working for the success of one another.
That's right. Because when I came to work over here, I told Miss Jen, I said, look, I thought I was going to retire with Taylor Express because I was with them since 2004 and they shut down. I thought I was going to retire with Volume. I said, I hope if I come over here, I can retire with y'all because I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to go. I don't want to jump from job to job. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I go with whatever company, they shut down, then I got to go somewhere else.
Well, Dennis, I really hope that, and I'm kidding, of course, but that you're not the common denominator shutting all these places down, Dennis.
No, don't say that, Brent. No, sir, I'm not the one shutting it down. No, sir, I'm not the one shutting them down.
No, and I don't think anybody has anything to fear about Adam. We're in as strong of a position as we've ever been as a company. So hopefully you will retire here, Dennis.
Sir?
I said, hopefully you will retire here.
I'm planning on it. Like Miss Jen, I texted her the other day about something. She said, Dennis, how come you don't never call nobody? You don't never talk to nobody? I said, I just don't want to bother nobody, Miss Jen. I just out here doing my job. I don't want to be like some of these drivers be calling y'all all the time, just asking questions about this. I just keep to myself and I just wait. I mean, I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah. I gotta say a special shout out here, Dennis. I don't know if you're on Facebook quite a bit.
Yes, sir.
And if you're on Facebook, if anybody's on Autumn's Facebook, they have seen this name before, Fern. Fern says, hi, everyone. Fern is probably the number one Autumn fan out there.
Oh,
She's always supporting our company. She's saying happy birthday to our drivers. She's wishing everybody safe miles. And Fern actually just moved down to North Carolina, I believe, not too long ago.
What part?
So, Fern, I just want to say hi, give you a special shout out. Thanks for watching tonight and be a part of this.
Good.
Yeah, Roy says, hey, Fern. Katrina says, we love Fern. So Fern's taking over our podcast here, Dennis.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Just a really cool lady who supports our company and
yes, sir.
Cheers us on.
Oh, okay. It might be a little dark in the background. That's why I got my lights on if you can see me pretty good. Because it's 8:45 here where I'm at.
So you're at home. You said you're going to be, when are you taking off for Canada?
We're going to leave Thursday.
Okay.
We're leaving Thursday. Yes, sir. We're leaving Thursday.
That'll be a blast.
Yes, sir.
So Dennis, I like to get to know you guys a little bit.
Go ahead.
What's your choice? Do you go with the Snicker bar at the gas station or do you go with Starburst?
I go with Snicker bars.
You got to go with the little sugar fat combo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
All right. How do you get your day started? You a coffee drinker or an energy drink?
No, I'm a coffee drinker. I got my thermos.
Straight black or do you put the cream in it?
I put cream in it.
Okay. What are you listening to when you're going down the road? Do you listen to music or podcast?
I listen to country music and I listen to preaching sometimes. Yes, sir.
Oh, you do? Very nice.
Yes, sir. I listen to preaching. It relaxes me. I feel safe when I'm listening to preaching.
Yeah. There's times sometimes at night if I can't fall asleep.
Yep.
Not because the preacher is boring, but like you said, you hear some positive words.
Yes, sir.
It puts your spirit in the right place where you can kind of just relax and find yourself falling asleep.
Yes, sir. I read my Bible. Before I go to sleep every night, I read a verse in my Bible. I really do. So it relaxes. Has
that always been something that's been a part of your life?
Yes, sir. Yep. All my life. Yes, sir. That's something I do. Every night I read a verse of the Bible.
That's awesome.
I know people's going to be shocked when they see this, but it's the truth.
I don't think it's an accident that throughout the last 40 years, Autumn has been in the position that it's been as a steady company, continual success, slow growth. We've been able to ride out some difficult times in the trucking industry, and we seem to come out stronger than ever every time. And that family feel and that the care that everyone has for one another. Right. We're a faith company.
Yes, sir. Y'all are
Christians, and we make that a part of what we do. We have Christian values that we try to operate on. Right. And I think that there's a lot of good that comes with that. And we attract a lot of great drivers like yourself who want to be a part of that.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. I love it. I mean, I love it. Yeah.
Have you ever been to one of those portable churches that get set up at truck stops? Have you ever gone to a service at one of those?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never been to one. Never. I have
you seen
never
them?
been. I seen them. I see a lot of them at the Petros and the TAs, but I've
Okay.
never been in the one. I never have. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never been to one.
I haven't either. I just kind of wondered what they're like. I knew that was something that people that they do give drivers an option to take in a service when they're out on the road.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go to one of these days. When I'm there, I'm gonna just see what it's like.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
you'll have to report back.
I will. But you talk about my wife, bless her heart, she's the best I ever. All these guys said they got honeydew lists when they get home. Well, my wife, I got one. She's from Pennsylvania, and she does all the honeydew lists because when I get home, she wants to spend time with me. Me and her can go places. She cuts the grass. She does everything for me. So when I get home, she said, "Look, I don't want you to come home. You got to go cut the grass and do this and do that, because when you get home, we can leave and go somewhere." I got an awful wife. I mean, I got an awesome wife. Awesome wife.
Oh, that's a blessing for sure.
Yes, sir. We've been together for 27 years.
27 years. All right.
Yep.
And you have grandkids. So how many kids do you have, Dennis?
Got two. I got a 39-year-old son and I got a 35-year-old daughter, which when I met my wife, they was young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is from her previous marriage. So I raised them kids and they call me dad, and the grandkids call me grandpa.
That's really cool, man. I think
I raised them.
That helps a little bit too, doesn't it? That you're the kids are older, and so when you come home, you don't have all the kid activities to running. I mean, your grandkids, but my kids now are, my son is 21, my daughter is 19, and my youngest boy is almost 18.
Oh, wow. You like me.
So, yeah, I'm learning, like, once they get old like that, that there's a lot of free time that I have now to do things that I like to do.
That's what me and my wife does. Same thing.
Yep. You work all day, or you work for a month out in the truck, and you come home, and you don't have to run to baseball practice, and you don't have, 7 loads of laundry to do and all the meals to make for all the kids. It's just life gets a little simpler when your kids get older.
Yes, sir. It really does. But a lot of times me and my wife, we spend with the grandbabies. Our grandbabies, we let them push the boundary more than we did our kids. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
We give them this, we give them that. I mean, hey, I love my grandbabies. There's nothing like them.
I do not want grandbabies yet, Dennis, with the age that my kids are. But my brothers and my sister all have young kids.
Yes, sir.
And so I get to just go there, and we call it the funkle. I'm the fun uncle.
Oh, wow.
And they're kind of like grandkids in a sense, because I go there and I'll bring them treats and play with them and, get them all hyped up. And then I get to hop in the car and drive back home.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I get my quiet time again.
See, me and my wife, we do a lot of camping. Every time we go camping, our grandkids go with us.
That's so cool.
I believe in spending family time. I want my grandkids, because when I was coming up, my parents didn't have a lot. So I'm in a shape where I can help my grandkids out, my kids out, and my granddaughters, they'd love to go camping. We go camping. Like I said, every February, when I started work here, I told Miss Jenna, every February, me, my wife, and the grandkids, we go to Daytona Beach, Florida, every February. That's been a trend going on for about 4 years now.
So many great memories. That's so cool that
you're
able to do that with them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
it
Dennis,
is.
What would you say here? It's getting pretty dark where you're at, but
yes, sir.
What would you say to some guy who's like, I'm thinking about making a company change here? Why should I come to Autumn? What would your advice be to them?
I would tell them, look, you cannot go wrong for coming over here to Autumn. Autumn, I've been in this business going on 30 years now. So far, I'm not just saying this because I work with y'all, but Autumn is the best company. You can make the money here. You can go and come. I mean, I would recommend this company to anybody. I really, really would. I mean, he needs and y'all got lease and purchase program, but where I was at, I had to buy my own truck to be on with another company. So if something happens to my truck, I know I can go through y'all and get my own truck. Knock on wood, I hope nothing don't happen to my truck, because it's going to be paid for here shortly, and I want to keep it for a while.
Yeah.
But I would recommend anybody come over here to Autumn. I mean, y'all family oriented. I mean, it's so laid back. Y'all are a laid back company. Like I told you, I wish I came here a long time ago. I really, really do.
Well, Dennis, we're glad that you're here, and
yes, sir.
Glad that you took some time with us tonight. I hope you have
yes,
a good
sir.
birthday.
Thank you, sir.
Great trip up to Canada. Enjoy
yes,
Niagara
sir.
Falls. That's going to be
yes, sir.
But you got to get the little raincoats they give you and go down around the falls. You might even be able to kind of go under them, if I remember right.
Oh, I was wondering, do they still do that?
It's been over 20 years for me, so maybe they changed some things up. But if you can, definitely do it.
All right, I sure will, Brent. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
All right.
We'll see ya.
Thanks.
All right, later.
Hey, I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight and watching. If you could do me a favor, go on the Autumn Transport YouTube channel. You can watch this show there. It will be posted along with some of our other shows. And subscribe to the Autumn Transport podcast there. Hop on Spotify and you can subscribe to our podcast on there as well. Other than that, I hope you all have a great night. Thanks for watching.